Hi everyone, my name is Shannon. I am one of your event leads for the Thurston County Relay for Life. Tonight we are going to be doing a couple things. We're going to be making a recipe, we're going to be having a contest, and we're going to have a great time. Hopefully these don't burn. I like to think I'm a good baker, and since quarantine has started, everything's been all topsy-turvy. But just to start out this evening, if you participate, I have a lovely prize basket for the person who wins our contest. And everyone that participates will get Road to the Banner Challenge points. So let's get started. So since we've all been home in quarantine, I've been cooking a lot, I've been baking a lot, and I thought this might be a great time to share what we're doing with others. So what we're going to do is have a barbecue cowboy southern recipe contest. So what you'll do is you'll watch my video, you'll post your reply video, and then you'll have your friends like the video that you posted, and whoever ends up with the most likes on their reply video will win the contest at the end of the week. So that's who will get the lovely prize package. They can either keep for themselves, use at Relay for a raffle, whatever you want to do with it. I'll deliver up to, let's say, 50 miles away from my house. I live in Lacey. So we will get started. Tonight we're going to be making cowboy cookies to go along with our Give Cancer the Boot theme, and let's just dig in. So one thing I forgot to mention, I am terrible at following recipes. I just kind of throw things into a bowl and hope that it tastes good. So I have pre-measured some things tonight, so that way I'm not just throwing things in a bowl at all of you, but I hope you'll take the time to make some cookies and then post your own reply video, and we'll all be able to share all of our cowboy inspired recipes. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees and go ahead and either grease a cookie sheet or take parchment paper, and then you'll also want to pull your butter, 1 cup of butter, out to start softening. You don't want melted butter in these cookies. It'll kind of mess with those consistencies, but take your butter out, let it soften, let your oven heat up, and then make sure you put down your parchment paper or your greased cookie pan. So the next step we're going to want to do is go ahead and take our fine granulated normal sugar and do half a cup of that. And then we're going to want to add our cup of butter into there. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So I really like to use both sugars when I'm making any cookies. So we'll go ahead and add that. And then so what we're going to do is go ahead and use a mixer, mix really ferociously for about 1 minute until that is nice and smooth. Okay, so after your mixture is nice and smooth, you're gonna go ahead and add your vanilla extract. This is one thing I really don't normally measure because I usually like a little bit more. And then we're gonna go ahead and crack 3 eggs. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and mix that together so it's smooth again. And then we'll go on to the next step. Now that that's all smooth, we're gonna go ahead and add the flour. About 2 3/4 cup will do ya there. And then I like to use baking powder and baking soda, so use about a teaspoon of each of those. And we'll go ahead and mix that up. Okay, so before we go on to the finishing touches, I want to share my secret ingredients for this particular cookie recipe. So I love to put in just a dash of smoked paprika and a dash of instant coffee. Not a whole lot, like really not a whole lot, but it just gives it a little extra kick. So that's what I'm going to put in to mine tonight. Okay, so next is the fun stuff. We're gonna do about 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I like to use the little ones. They just mix a little bit better, and these cookies have a lot of other stuff going on in there. so it's a little bit easier. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of, I use the quick oats. You can use pretty much anything except for steel cut oats. The ones that I use make it pretty chewy, and don't cook them before you put them in there. Then about 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans. I chop mine at home, one, because the big bag pecans at Costco is much cheaper, and I can make them a little bit smaller on my own. So go ahead and put about 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans, and then a little less than a cup of sweetened shredded coconut. Some people don't like to use sweetened. I do. I also don't add salt to this recipe because a lot of the other things in the recipe have salt in them already. So once you get all those together, let's give it another mix. Okay, so now we are at the beautiful point of getting ready to go ahead and put this dough into the refrigerator, covered for about a half an hour. I like to do that. It just makes the consistency a little bit easier to work with. And then after we cool this down for a little while, we'll go ahead and scoop it up, put it into kind of heaps, I guess, and then put these in the oven. So while those are in the oven, I just want to say you can do a couple different things. Some people really like to put cinnamon in their Cowboy Cookies, which is totally fine. You can also take out the nuts, substitute for walnuts, do whatever you'd like with that. Just kind of make them yours. And this is another great time to tell you, when we're looking for recipes for this contest, any type of Southern cooking, comfort food, mac and cheese, ribs, cakes, cookies, pies, whatever you'd like to make and share your recipe, go ahead and make a video of you making that food, and we'll go ahead and use that as one of your entries to the contest. So I'm thinking I want to see some mac and cheese. I know Cupcake Mafia probably has some great recipes out there. Show us your best and we'll see who wins. Okay, so we had those in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, or whenever the cookie tops start to get brown. They might not be the most attractive cookie, but they taste like the most attractive cookie. They smell so good. I'm so excited to have some. I hope that you enjoyed these cookies as much as I enjoyed making them. I hope you enjoy making your own video, sharing your recipes with the world. And I hope that you will continue with us in Giving Cancer the Boot. We're so thankful to have fundraisers like you, and we're excited to see you again in August. Have a great night and see you soon.